highlighting system. So gels is Blazing, creams is Illusionist. This is low ammonia hair color as well. Controlled lift, 1 to 7 levels. With this one, you'll see the swatches are a little different. Let me see where. Okay, this will lift through natural or color-treated hair. Blazing will as well. So it's the same as that. What you'll notice with this one is the reds. Okay, and this will be the big selling point. Will be these reds to get into the salons. Which I think this one's not there anymore. This is going to be impressive for your stylist to see that they could lift black hair to these vibrant shades in one step. Okay, so this is the lifting, depositing permanent hair color in one step, but with reds, that has never been possible, well, obviously at all, to lift and deposit one time. What happens for us is we have the clients that come in and they want these fun shades in their hair, but again, it turns into a multi-step process for us. We have to get the hair lifted, then we have to get a vibrant red, and then because we've lifted the hair, does the vibrant red want to stay on there? No. It fades off so fast. So this stops that whole system and breaks it down to one step of hair color that's going to last. So these are very fun, vibrant shades. These are not just a pretty red. These are some fun, bright, vibrant colors. So when we have someone who comes in with black box hair color who wants this, no problem, we can do it. So these reds are going to be kind of that little different selling point for you because it's something that we haven't been able to do in the salon before. This also has the nutrient-rich botanical blend in it. Also has the PBX. High concentration of pigment. The creams are much more pigmented than the gels. That's why we're able to have these reds in this line as opposed to the blazing. Okay, so the blonde shades in this is a 6 AM, the spiced rum, the 7 gold neutrals, gold post, 7 neutral, candlelight, 8 AN is an ash neutral, sandstorm, 8 neutral, spotlight, and 9 AD, which is an ash violet bombshell. That 9 AD is the blondest blonde. You have the ashy and the violet counteracting all warmth. So all of our clients are always like, I don't see any warmth. That's the one. The red shades are a 4RV, the crimson, so that's a red violet, or this is a straight 4R red scarlet. Okay, for the red shades, there is no accelerator powder. These are things we'll go over like in the class. They always want to add powder to it, especially over some old nasty hair color. It's not required. It will not turn out correctly, but I always stress that in the class. Let's see. This is the same concept of, the color molecule being protected through the lifting process, so we kind of went over in blazing. It's the same idea. Deposits that dive deep into the hair shaft. Again, remember this one has a lot more pigment, so it's a little bit bolder type of coverage and color. The longevity in this, the tone not fading off when they come back in 8 weeks. They have those same tones in their hair. Okay, precise lift based on the amount of powder used. Again, following the chart. The scoops are different sizes than the blazing. This is different. They're not going to use the same scoops. This is a whole kind of its own thing. But the concept is the same. The scoops represent the lift, not the developer. This has aloe vera in it for also more soothing, moisturizing, avocado oil, helping with the integrity of the hair. So little extras in our theme line. The cream developers, demo in it, 20, 30, and 40 volume will utilize. It'll pretty much always be 10 or 20. There's a couple in there with something higher. The demi can be used, especially like with the reds for refreshing. And that's a question we'll get a lot is, well, then what do you do after when they come back if it's faded some? We use that same tube of color with the demi developer and can refresh ends on that foil. Determining the natural level percentage of gray. Okay, this again is the level finder. We are in creams, we are in a totally different level system. So if people are utilizing both Illusionist and glazing, maybe they've been using glazing and they're going to try out Illusionist for some other options. Different level systems. So if they know in glazing they've always mixed to a level 4, they're not going to do that in Illusionist. It'll be wrong. They're going to blow past it because it's probably going to be a level 6 in the Creme line. Okay, so when you have people that are going to start playing with both of these things, they need to know, again, that they are different level systems. Mix accordingly, use your charts, use your level finders. The Illusionist shades are not to be mixed. Okay, so this is not calibrated in the way Say True Integrity is, or how the glazing is, where we said, you know, mix and create as many shades as you want. That is not for Illusionists. We don't do that with Illusionists. They are not meant to be combined. Okay, so that they like the swatch, put it on them. That's what they use. What did I skip? Okay, wall chart. You guys have the wall chart in your folders. It's a lot like the glazing, telling them exactly how to mix. Let's see. Accelerator powder is a 10-gram scoop. One application is a half a tube. You'll see in most of the formulations it says one application. One application is half a tube. They're 2-ounce tubes, so 1 ounce. Creme developer. You have to make sure a creme developer. This is not, any cream color has to use a creme developer. So definitely for this one. Smaller batches, they can reduce everything by half. Glazing's the same way. If they don't want to make a whole batch, make a half a batch. If you need a double batch, double everything. So again, with keeping money in their pockets, Illusionists, 1 batch of color is too much. It's so much. I do a half a batch pretty much every single time, and we'll get a whole head of highlights out of it, unless they have an extreme amount of hair. So their cost for doing a whole head of highlights is going to be extremely low. This one, I don't think they will utilize half batches pretty much all the time, in my red shades, again, do not require accelerated powder. It's been on there like 3 times, so it'll blow past it when we do. Off the scalp methods only, same thing. It needs to be covered, it needs to be off the scalp. This one is really great for balayage because of the consistency with the cream, and a lot of people ask me that with the glazing. Can we do that? You can, but a gel is going to go through the hair where the cream can just sit on it. So for people who are wanting to play with those techniques, this is a really, really good tool for them to use. But again, we have all the multi-tones of blondes, right? So when they're wanting 3 different colors going down that strand, and they're hand painting and doing these new techniques and impressing their clients, they can get all 3 tones at one time, doing it however, whatever technique they want to utilize. But the cream will help sit on that hair and do things like that, so you can use it in ways you can't with the gels. Cannot be used for a full head application. You would want the True Integrity shade that matches the best if that's what they're looking for. We have a lot of people that ask the reds. Those reds are so vibrant and beautiful. A lot of people want to put them all over the head. If they ask you about that, like, well, why can't I put it all over the head? What they want to do is on the new growth, do your True Integrity shade, shaft and ends, because it's off the scalp. Can go with the straight Illusionist all the way, so they can still have that full head look of the shades, and I get asked that a lot. Highlighting procedure, medium heat, 15 to 30 minutes, 5-minute cool down, room temperature 30 to 45. So again, we have the control. Get them in and out really quick, let them sit. Same, you don't have to be worried. Hair's not falling off. Hair's going to do exactly what you mixed it to do. Let's see, optimal vibrancy with those reds. Darker ones, we're going to do the heat. Kind of went over that. Base breaking. Base breaking, especially in Florida, is a thing we do a lot. And basically what that is it's bumping that natural shade just up, 1 to 2 levels. It's gonna give a softer look when you're highlighting. A lot of people think like they always look like they have roots, no matter if you just did it that day. And so softening that root area,
I wanted to ask them, how many of your customers do base breaking? Not a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah, it's definitely a service, again, when we talk about upping tickets, it's something very, very quick because it's a 10-minute processing time. So what we do to soften the harsh kind of line between the natural and say the big blonde beautiful highlights, they always feel like they have roots, they always feel like that's that little deep shadow in there. We do a base break, and basically it gives you a formula here. Levels 5 to 10 is who we're going to do this on, which is easy.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Oh my God.
The air?
Yeah.
So levels 5 to 10 are who they're going to utilize this on, but basically it's going to soften everything. So the clients that feel like they still have dark roots are going to be a lot happier. But it takes you into 2 different services. So when they come in for their highlight, I'm going to put in between their highlights or at the bowl, however they want to do it, I'm going to do a base break with my highlight. However, I can also utilize it as a service in between the highlights. So in 3 weeks, they can come in and I just do a base break on them, and then that gets them by without feeling like they've got these horrible roots 6 weeks later. It gets them through, they're much happier, it looks great for the whole 6 to 8 weeks instead of just the first 3 or 4 as their roots start to come in. And in classes I go over lots of different kind of strategies on how to do this, money-wise or whatever, but it's 10 minutes. So they can do it while their color's processing, while their highlights are processing, put it on the last bit, let it process, it's 10 minutes, done. You've got a whole nother basically root retouch application that was completed in 10 minutes. And then there's lots of pricing strategies that we go over with them too on ways to do this. The base break colors are in utilizing your Illusionist colors. It utilizes the 9AV and the 8AN. So you already have them. They're already going to have them. It's just again another way that they can make more money on that same tube of color. Base breaking procedure, we don't really need to go over 10 to 15 minutes for that one. And basically, like your people who already are using glazing, there's quite a few who use it, they might not know about Illusionist. Okay, so that is a really, really easy way to start taking it in. They already have the concept down, they already understand the lift and deposit and things like that, and they know that glazing works. So the second option with Illusionist is fantastic on ethnic hair, coarse hair that needs that extra pigment. The gel line might be a little too soft for. The cream line is what's going to give them those results that they're looking for.
Okay, I got another thing to add.
Yeah.
Okay, with base breaking, there's a lot of clients that say, I want to be blonder. And you look at them, and how can you make them blonder? You've got so many highlights in. Base breaking would be a good option when you've run out of all of them. So, lightening up the root just a touch, you just made their day.
Yeah.
So that's another bonus with base breaking.
No, it's still because you're only lifting them, it's slight, it's 1 to 2 levels top. So there's no harsh line coming out still. It's still all very diffuse, and it just softens everything a lot. Yeah. And we hear that all the time. And the seem to be blonde, and we're like, you're like a 15 at this point, like you can't get blonder, and that does it. That takes that little deeper shadow that they see away, and they feel like, wow, now I'm blonde. Yeah. And in Florida, I don't think there's anything like too blonde.
Well, you asked that question about how many of our customers break the base, but I don't think we really know, because it's not something we talk about every day.
Yeah.
So it's a whole new service you can add
Yeah.
on to this product.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Great.
ask them if they're doing it. They might not know a whole lot about what it is either, but when you can explain to them what it'll do, pretty much everyone's going to be like, they're going to think of 5 clients that they hear that from all the time. They're going to be like, oh yeah, I hear that all the time. So that'll be